You guys, I have my broth here. It's just ramen broth only. And in here I put these cheese pizza bites. And it's actually pretty good. I look like crap right now, but I just wanted to tell you that today I'm feeling like eating a baked potato with some horseradish, salt and pepper, a little bit of butter, and that's what I really want. Instead, I'm having this. It's a nice dupe. Not really. It's not at all. Just plain scrambled eggs, salt, pepper, and some mozzarella, light, the part skim cheese. It's gonna be good. That's what's for lunch / dinner. It's my one feeling that I'm responsible for. And scissors, apparently. And blue rubber gloves. Hello everybody, this is Lara, and I have completed 5 weeks now on Optavia, and I just wanted to give you an update on my opinion and my feelings on this particular diet plan and how it's been working for me and how I've been working within the plan. I think I told you last week about how I chose to have like a bag of Quest chips every now and then that were still high in fiber, and I'm not sure if it's high in fiber. It's high in protein, and but it's got a few more calories than a regular fueling. And also a couple weeks back I told you about how I had used sometimes I would replace 2 fuelings for 2 ounces of vodka in some Coke Zero, just to have something kind of fun and enjoyable at the end of the night and things like that with my husband when we have our card nights and game nights and things like that. So here we are. So after 5 weeks on Optavia, I've lost 20 pounds. I mean, I was on the nose yesterday morning, like exactly at 20 pounds. So that is great, and I am super happy with that, and I am continuing on. I'm not going to continue on with Optavia. I just realized I said I'm continuing on. I've decided to take a little break from Optavia, and here's why. Because I don't eat land animals, it is very difficult for me to find something that I can make every day and really enjoy it like I can make other choices. Some of the requirements are a little bit tricky for people like me. And see, I live in a town where it's a large town as far as population goes, but it's not really easy for me to find like smoked tofu somewhere, and I don't really want to smoke it myself. And for me to be able to cook it here at the house to where I really kind of like it, I would have to be using fats that I can't use somewhere else in my food. Do you know what I'm saying? So I would just be eating cubes of tofu that maybe I kind of lightly fried, and that's my fat for the whole time. And then I'd have to just have like a cup of lettuce, and so I'm really having a hard time. I am sharing with you though a cauliflower recipe that I made. It was actually very good. I only ate half of it, and by the time I finished that, I was kind of done with it. I didn't want to save it for the next day. It tastes like cauliflower with cheese on it. It was tasty, but I don't want to have that every day. And I don't want to have a massive egg whites because just from my own personal palate, I'm not a huge egg lover, and I really tried to make it work, and I gave it my all. Now, I'm telling you this because I'm going to take a break. I'm not saying I'm not coming back to it. What I'm going to do in the next couple of weeks, and I will keep you up on what I'm doing, and so that way you can keep me accountable, and I will be accountable to you, and I will tell you what I'm doing. But what I'm doing is I'm eating 1,000 calories or less every day. So this way I can eat carbs. I'm still going to add protein into my diet because of course I need protein to make my body work, and it satiates me, and I know that from the Optavia plan. But it was really good at getting me like started and all that. I just got to where I didn't want to eat one more bar, and I didn't want to eat one more jalapeno cheese puff or anything like that. I was like, every single day I would have a strange and weird and different craving, and I wasn't able to fulfill that in being on their program. I love pickles, and I can only eat 2 pickle spears on this program. So I'm just segueing over to where I can give myself a couple of weeks and calorie restrict, if you will. I have lost weight in the past successfully just by restricting my number of calories. So I chose 1,000 because that's what works for me, and I'm comfortable with that. That might not be ideal. Like, I'm sure if a nutritionist heard this whole spiel, they would be falling over dead right now. I get that, but I'm very happy. For example, today I had 2 light mozzarella cheese sticks for breakfast, and then for lunch I had 1 Beyond Beef patty, and then for dinner I made myself a big salad, and I'll share with you the recipe, or not the recipe, but I will assemble it and tape it and then share it with you next week. But in there is a big whole, it's like one of the medium-sized mixing bowl, full of the green leafy lettuce blend that you get at the grocery store, and then I add 1 ounce of goat cheese. I add 3 tablespoons of light raspberry walnut vinaigrette, Ken's delicious. It's kind of sweet, but it goes really great with the goat cheese. And then I add 2 tablespoons of slivered almonds, and I added 2 tablespoons of quinoa that I cooked up ahead of time, and then I added like a handful of broccoli slaw is what it's called. It's just shaved up broccoli stems, I think is what it is, but it just gives you that. And what's really nice about the salad dressing is that it doesn't taste vinegary, by the way, but it coats every single leaf in that big giant, I mean, I would say the salad is about this big. It's as big as my head. But anyway, it coats the leaves, and so you get just a little hint of sweet when you take a taste. So it really balances out with a little bit of the bitterness of some of the spinach that's in there, and some of that other lettuce mix. But you'll see, I'll share it with you. But I'm so excited that I've lost 20 pounds. I feel a lot better, to be honest. Like, walking up and down the stairs, so much better. And I really notice it in my middle stomach area because I am an apple. I will show you eventually before and after pictures. Right now is not a really good after picture, but I have a body style of an apple. I'm like an apple walking around on toothpicks, okay? Just believe it. So I definitely am noticing that, and that's not something that I measured when I first started. I'm gonna measure though today. I'm gonna measure, because you know, your waist is one thing, but I look like an apple with like a rubber band around the apple. So I have a little bit of, anyway, you know what I'm talking about. If you're watching this, you're on a weight loss journey, and yeah, so just believe it. So I'm trying to think of what else I can share with you. So if I come up with some really good ideas and things that keep me satiated and things that can keep me going, and who knows, I might even just revert back to, the Optavia weight thing. Like, I'm still trying to, although I only ate 3 times today, that's pretty good for me, because sometimes I only eat twice a day or once a day. Depending. So I'm just trying to, kind of keep myself on track, and I write down everything. By the way, that salad that I told you about is 375 calories. The Beyond Meat burger was 270, and the 2 cheese sticks were 90. So right now, I am at 845 calories for the day. and I feel really satiated. I mean, that salad really filled me up. And there's vitamin A in there, and there's fiber, and there's all kinds of other stuff. So I'm really excited about being able to, you know, fit some things in there that I really enjoy eating. I was just having a hard time finding my own fueling to make that I really enjoy. I tried. For goodness sakes. My coach, I haven't even told my coach yet, by the way, so don't tell her. I'll tell her. But, you know, I'm just taking a break. I'll probably go back to it because sometimes I like a little bit of the organization. I like the plan. I like that if you do these things, then you will get results. But, like I said, I'm just taking a break. So, anyway, that's all for now, and I will talk to you guys again, yeah, next week. And I do have a Costco haul going up tomorrow. No, let's see, today. I'm have a Costco haul coming up on Wednesday, and it's something, you know, I went shopping this weekend for some foods that I'm planning on, you know, using and doing. So if you want to take a look at that, you can see some of the plans that I have for some of my future eating in this next week. So anyway, you guys take care. Subscribe if you want to, and I will, yeah, again, I keep repeating myself. It's like a long goodbye, but anyway, all right. Okay, I'm trying to come up with something that I want to eat today for my main meal. Ignore all that. All this. I feel like I'm always like, ignore the stuff in the background. But I had a head of cauliflower in the refrigerator, and I personally don't really care for riced cauliflower. I love raw cauliflower, and I like cauliflower like this cooked. So I looked up a cheesy cauliflower recipe, a keto one actually, but I thought that that would help me be lower in carbs. So now, from what I can understand, is I'm allowed to have 1.5 cups of cauliflower because that is a medium carbohydrate vegetable, and I'm allowed to have 2 tablespoons of original Hidden Valley Ranch as 1 healthy fat. And then for my protein, since I'm not having meat protein, I can have, I believe, 1.5 cups of low-fat cheese, which is this in my case right now. I really don't want mozzarella on mine. I would rather have this, you know, have something a little bit more orange cheese or yellow cheese-ish rather than the white. So I might mix them up a little bit. The difference in these in the carbohydrates is none. They both have 1 gram of carbohydrate. This one has a total fat of 8 grams, and this one has a total fat of 6 grams. So 80 calories versus 100 calories. So we're talking 20 calories and 2 grams of fat difference. So I might just do a little combo of that. So I got to make up some kind of a cheesy mixture. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to boil this, because that's what the instructions say. Boil it for, I think, 5 minutes. And then take out, make your cheese sauce. Now there's more cheese. There, you know, the original recipe is to add sour cream, add some cream cheese, add bacon, add a lot of more deliciousness. But I think I'm going to do this. I might add a smidge of mustard. But anyway, I'm not showing you me because I look super fabulous today, and I'm not so sure you guys can handle it. I'm just kidding. Let me show you. Oh, you can't even see me anyway. Let's see. I have yet to put any makeup on and do anything at all with myself. Because I had a facial this morning, and so, I mean, I'm still glowing from that, really. But anyway, honestly. So I've got my pot on over here, waiting to boil, because it takes forever for some reason. Maybe because I'm at a little bit higher altitude. I don't know. Maybe I should turn it up from medium to high. But anyway, all right. So let me get this going, and we'll see how it goes from here. Okay, so we're supposed to salt the water. So I'm going to put some salt in the water. Salt the water. Okay, that's step 1. Add the cauliflower. And let that boil for 15 to 20 minutes until fork tender or a knife like slides right in. So we wait. Okay, in this bowl I have added my cheese. I added a cup of this, which is what I'm supposed to be having, and then a half a cup of this, just for a little bit of, just a little bit of extra flavor. And so that's in here. This is what I'm going to add to my cauliflower once I have drained it and mashed it up. And I added a little bit of the everything but the bagels, like literally just a couple of sprinkles. And I have my healthy fat, which is the ranch, already measured out and ready for me. So, yeah, we still wait. Okay, it is soft and tender to very tender when I stick the knife in. So, watch out you don't get a facial. I already got one. Actually, I didn't, but I wish I had today. But anyway, all right, drain this guy. All right, and we'll add it to the bowl. Added it to the bowl. Stick this in here. Dishes again. Okay. Okay, now the instructions say to mash. So I'm going to mash, just not all the way, because I like a little bit of something to, I don't want like, whatever, mashed cauliflower. So I'm just going to roughly mash that. And then I'm going to add my cheese. It only says to add half the cheese so we could put some on the top. So maybe I'll do that before I mix it all together. So I'm just going to add half the cheese mixture. All the spices are down on the bottom now. Okay, get off my finger. And then I'm going to add my 2 tablespoons of ranch dressing. I'm still on the fence about the mustard. All right, I got to put this down so I can scrape this out because we cannot let that much. I think we only got a tablespoon so far, so hold on. Okay, so I just put like 2 spritzes of Pam spray in the bottom, just because it says, and I keep using the same little tiny quarter of a sheet pan, I think is what it is in size. It's like your regular cookie sheet, but I happen to order like the little tiny ones, and this is perfect. It says to add this to a casserole, but I'm doing it my way. That's how we do it around here. Okay, so this is kind of the way I wanted it. There's probably a little bit more here than a cup and a half of this, but I'm just going to make the whole thing because I probably will only eat half of it anyway, because I always think that everything looks a little bit delicious and then I start eating it and then I get really full. But I'm just going to put a little bit of this remainder on the top. And I'm going to put it in my little Breville toaster oven over here when it is ready. And that's another thing I love about this oven, this one over there. I mean, it doesn't take very long to heat up at all. So something to think about besides, is you got to cut your cauliflower up. And then you gotta boil it. By the way, mine only took 10 minutes while it was in the boiling. I set it for 20 minutes, but then I checked it after 10 and it was already ready to go. So I used this earlier today. Yeah, so once it goes in a 350-degree oven, you bake it for 10 minutes. And then you pull it out and you enjoy its deliciousness. So we'll just wait until that beeps at me, and then we'll put her in. Okay, so I'll show it to you when I take it out and see what it looks like. Okay, everybody, here's what I did. I had it in here at 350 for 15 minutes, and I came and I checked on it, and I took like a little bite out of it, and it wasn't quite as done as I wanted it to be, so I raised the temperature up to 500 and just broiled it. It's been going for about 3 minutes now, which is enough. So I'm gonna take her out now, and I'm hungry. I've been waiting. This is not a quick meal. I mean, of course you have to process it, you have to cut it, and then you have to boil it, and then you have to prepare it again, and then you have to stick it in there. So I would say from start to finish, I've been working on this for, oh my goodness, I would say 45 minutes, but doing it again, I could probably do it much quicker. But I was like, you know, stopping and filming it and this and that and stuff like that. But it almost looks like maybe like macaroni and cheese, cauliflower macaroni and cheese. I don't know. I'll let you know what it tastes like. So far I had a little bite right here. But it doesn't taste like, you know, macaroni and cheese. It still tastes like cauliflower. But yeah, but anyway, but that's what it looks like.